Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and welcome to an update video about the future of Broughy Verified, the future of the content creator on GTA on my channel in general. So let's get straight into it. Now, for those of you who are unaware of what Broughy Verified is, basically it was always my answer to Rockstar Verified. So when Rockstar verified tracks, they got increasingly worse with the kind of tracks that they would verify. When it came to proper racing, you know, you had things like jumps being verified. When it comes to proper racing circuits, for those of us who like to take our racing relatively seriously, Rockstar never did very good with verifying the correct tracks that we wanted to see. So I created, back on old gen, a series called Broughy Verified, where I went through the best community created race tracks and then showed them and made videos about them, and we had a selection of tracks to use. Now, I brought that back a few months ago. Well, it was quite a while ago actually. It was before the multi-class endurance championship, and it was one of my big projects, one of my 3 big projects for this year, to bring back the Broughy Verified series for new gen. And my whole idea with it was that the tracks would be recreated on all 3 new gen platforms. So that was a lot of work, but we did get the very first episode of that out with 8 tracks. 2 of them were mine, so we had 6 community tracks. And the idea of having the same tracks on all platforms did actually work really well, and I was really happy with how it turned out, because we had the same playlist on Xbox One, PC and PS4, all of the same tracks, and I wanted to continue with that. I had it all planned. I had the tracks that we were going to recreate all planned as well. And the sort of, we were going to have 5 different playlists, and it was going to be really good. But the multi-class endurance championship, which was my second sort of big project of this year, happened, and that was put on hold. And then there was a lot of effort went into creating the Broughy Verified playlist. The very first one, it was only, you know, 6 tracks that needed to be recreated, but you know, recreating tracks on all platforms is quite difficult, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, especially when some of the tracks needed to be slightly improved and there was a lot of communication had to go back and forth between various people. It was basically, it became a victim of its own success and a victim of its own of the things that I wanted from it. I wanted too much from that series. The Broughy Verified series was aiming to showcase the best tracks on all platforms and be the same on all platforms as well, and it was just asking too much, and this basically marks the end of the Broughy Verified series. It's too much effort to be going through hundreds and hundreds of tracks, trying to whittle it down to, you know, 10, 20, 30, however many we ended up with, and then getting people to recreate those and improve them and go back through them all. It's just too much work. It's too much effort, even for a team of people to do. And I've got a much better solution going forward. So basically, the one of the main things that caused me to come to this decision finally, and I'd been sort of hesitant about making this decision and stopping it completely, because I thought, you know, I've got the tracks there, all it takes is just kick-starting it and getting it back up again and getting people to recreate them. But the thing that put the final nail into the coffin really was the new stunt creator. The fact that that came out meant that all the tracks that I was going to verify became a little bit outdated. We got all these new props, all these new ways to create race tracks that were a lot better, and all the tracks that I was going to verify were just not up to the task anymore. Having said that, I do want to still sort of showcase those tracks, so I'm going to leave links in the description to all the tracks that would have been in the Broughy Verified 2 to 5 playlists. Obviously, we already had the Broughy Verified 1 playlist. That was the last episode of this series. I'll leave the link to that too. And then I was planning to have Broughy Verified 2, 3, 4 and 5 with that included all of the tracks down below in the description. If you're interested in giving those a go anyway, seeing what would have made it. Some of them may not be quite 100% finished or to the level that we wanted, but those were basically the final short list of tracks that were going to make it into the Broughy Verified series. that won't happen anymore, but you know, the tracks are there if you want to give them a go and maybe use them anyway. So the idea that we had the stunt creator really was the final nail in the coffin of this series, and I basically realized that if I wanted to start the Broughy Verified series again, I would have to go through the whole process again of getting tracks from the community. It took about 2 or 3 months to actually go through hundreds and hundreds of tracks and whittle them down to what we actually wanted. It was a really long time consuming process, and realizing that I would have to do all of that again for the stunt creations and the new creations that were created because of the stunt race creator, it was just way too much, especially considering a lot of the other things that I want to do going forward. So no more Broughy Verified playlists, no more Broughy Verified videos, but that doesn't mean the end of showcasing community tracks on this channel. In fact, I think the solution that I've come up with to do that is a lot better. So the idea going forward is that I'm going to be doing a live stream every single Thursday on directly on YouTube. So it will be a live stream direct to YouTube. It will turn into a video automatically at the end of the live stream, so anybody who misses it, you can just watch the video. And it's going to be basically an hour-long live stream where I will basically drive 5 or 6 tracks. We'll do some races on brand new community tracks and just showcase them. You know, what will happen is that I'll give my thoughts on the tracks as we're going through. I've always wanted to do a creator tips and tricks series as well, but again, that takes a lot of effort, especially considering that like I've got a lot of different other projects that I want to do, and it's always been pushed to the side. So this is my way of basically taking everything that I've wanted to do with the content creator and putting it into one series and one live stream, because what will happen is I'm going to take submissions from the community, play various tracks. I'm obviously not going to play every single track, but I'm going to play the best ones, and I can give some feedback on them. They don't have to be absolutely perfect, like is what I was hoping for the Broughy Verified stuff. They don't have to be the same on all platforms, because I'm going to do different live streams for every single platform and showcase different tracks for each platform. And it basically takes the pressure off. Basically the requirements that I set for the Broughy Verified series were just too high, and this is a way to bring those requirements down, because I can also, as I'm going through the tracks, say what I like, say what I don't like, say things that could be improved, like, you know, that would be better, that prop would be better removed, that prop would be better being changed, the checkpoint placement is a bit off. And in doing that, it not only helps the person who's created the track, but hopefully it will help other people who are creating tracks to make theirs better, to see, oh wait, I do that on my tracks and that's not really a good thing, maybe I should change that for myself as well. And also it gives me the freedom to choose a wide variety of tracks and make these live streams differently themed each time. I could, you know, one time do all stunt tracks, so well created proper stunt tracks with jumps and tubes and things like that, and then one live stream could be proper racing tracks that are geared towards serious racing as well. There's a lot more freedom with that, and because it's going to be a weekly series, it's just going to be a case of getting some tracks, playing them, and every single week you guys will have some new tracks to try out, and you can watch the video, download the tracks, and if you like them, you can add them to your game. If not, you don't have to. Obviously, we will see how this goes in terms of live streaming directly to YouTube. If people aren't liking the YouTube live streaming, or it's not quite as successful as what it would be if I live streamed on Twitch, what I'll probably do is just move the Thursday stream to Twitch and just put highlights on YouTube. But it will always be here in some way. But that's basically what I'm going to be doing every single Thursday. Hopefully from this point on, basically next Thursday I'm going to be doing a test stream just to check it all out and see how it goes, and then from that point on we'll start going through community created tracks and showcasing the best tracks that the community can create on a regular basis every single week, because it's going to be a hell of a lot better than probably what Rockstar will ever do in terms of showcasing all the stuff that's out there. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say that I'm not going to be able to play every single person's track. I got, I think it was, between 300 and 400 submissions for the Broughy Verified series back when I took submissions in for that, and the vast majority of them weren't very good. And the idea is that during this playlist I'm going to be only playing tracks that are at least worthy to have a bit of fun and have some good times with. If there are significant issues with tracks, I'm not going to play them, and hopefully the tips that I give during the live streams will help those get better. And also just the sheer number of tracks that are created and the sheer number of submissions that we're going to be getting for this, I'm not going to be able to guarantee that I can play everybody's. But since that this is a weekly thing that's happening every single week across all platforms and well into the future as well, I'm hoping that I will be able to, in a year's time, when I'm still hopefully doing this, we can look back at 50 different videos, and there will be a huge collection of really high quality community created race tracks that people can just go through and pick and choose from. People can just go through the playlist and take the links from the videos or whatever. Hopefully we can build up a database of good tracks by doing this. But I don't want it to be as official and the requirements to be as high as what it is for the Broughy Verified stuff. But having said that, I'm not going to be just playing anything. So with all that being said, there is a link in the description to submit your track. You get one submission, so you can only submit one track of yours, choose the best one. It will all go into a spreadsheet, and then we'll take it from there. But like I said, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm playing your track. All I'm guaranteeing is that I'll at least have a look at it and see what it's like, and it may end up on a live stream in the future, which obviously, like, being on a live stream means that it is in a video as well, but there's no guarantee of that happening. But basically what you can be guaranteed of is that every single week you can tune into the live stream or watch the broadcast of the video, and you'll get a collection of tracks that are worth adding to your game, hopefully anyway. So yeah, that's the future of the content creator on my channel. That's what I'm going to be going ahead with and doing every single Thursday. Let me know your thoughts about it. Do you think this is a good move, or do you think it's a bad move? Would you rather not see this? Let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you think about it. And like I said, this time next week, next Thursday, we will be doing a test stream to see how it all goes. And then the Thursday after that will be the start of going through all of the community tracks every single week, and hopefully we'll see some good creations out there out of it as well. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.